What's up? Everybody's been way too long, but there actually hasn't been enough action on the farm for the last couple months. We've been in winter mode that we're just kind of getting started, and so you can see I'm in the sprayer today. Elliott Farms out here. We're getting kicked off on another year. What we're doing today is we are top dressing wheat. So we have 28% fertilizer in the back of this sprayer, and we've got 700 acres of wheat to top dress or fertilize. And it is like 20 degrees outside. So we weren't doing much farming. We don't farm a lot in the cold. It's kind of, we were in shutdown mode for a while. So and the stuff we were doing wasn't that much fun to video anyway. So I'm gonna take you along today. We're gonna try to get 100 acres done and see what we can do. Unfolding the booms. So as you can see, this wheat that we planted way back in October, like you actually saw us planting this, it's looking really good. We had good moisture all winter. The wheat came up, looked great. This is the field. If you go back in the videos, you can actually watch, this is where Ethan and Kaylee were both working together. So Kaylee was running the disc and Ethan was running the planter. So pretty cool. The wheat looks way better than it did last year. I wish the price was as good as last year, but we're looking so far for, there's a good wheat crop coming on for certain. Now what we're doing here is a little different. I'm going to speed up. We're going to engage the auto steer. You're actually going to see streamer nozzles because we're putting fertilizer on. No chemical. So each nozzle has a stream that comes out with 6 different streams, and it just drops the fertilizer in a band. The nice thing is wind doesn't bother us doing this because of that stream and that band. So we're just trucking along. As I said, this is kind of fun. I haven't made a video for, man, it's probably been 2 or 3 months for sure, probably back in November. So we're getting back after it now, and it'll keep picking up. We're in February, so really it's top dress the wheat. We'll be probably spraying the wheat for herbicide here pretty quick. Then we'll actually start getting some ground ready for to plant corn in April. That'll be here before we know it. So one of the things we're doing that's different too this year is this sprayer is now equipped with a variable rate system. So this rate that I'm putting on, it is based off of the yield from the previous year and the soil type. And so I went in and made a prescription. So as I go into different areas of the field that have higher yield potential, the sprayer actually puts more fertilizer on in those areas. And in the areas where the land won't produce quite as good, it backs the fertilizer off. So something new we're doing through the sprayer. We could do that on the planter last year, but we've added some technology in here, and it works pretty amazing. Filling. There's old Ethan out there filling. Neighbor coming by. Get about 30 acres out of a tank. putting on about 24 to 27 gallons, depending on what the prescription for the farm says, depending on what area we're going over. It looks like a nice carpet of green out there. So it's beautiful wheat. And getting it on because we don't want to burn it. It's still dormant, but as it warms up, it'll be coming out of dormancy. So it's going pretty well. Fertilizing. All right, as you see, so far we've put on this field 4,000 gallons, an average of 25.4 gallons per acre, and 160 acres so far. So we're doing it. Ethan's here. Another load for the sprayer. We're gonna keep her trucking. I don't like to get out of the sprayer though, it's cold. The other thing you might notice is I'm a full-time glasses wearer now. I don't think I was in the fall when I was making videos, but the more I wore glasses, the worse my eyes got, and now I gotta have them all the time. So especially to operate the screens and stuff, I can't see without it. So we're clipping along the new technology, the new screen, everything in the sprayer is working great. So one field completed. So we'll be finishing up. Got about 46 acres and we'll be done. I don't know if we'll show you. It's just kind of this over and over. But as you can see, look at the beautiful green carpet of wheat that we're looking at as I fold the sprayer up. Fertilizer, and then as I said, probably we'll have some more field work here in the next few weeks. But hopefully, we need this wheat to make. Hopefully we got some 60 bushel, 70 bushel wheat coming on, because the price is about $1 less than it was last year at this time. So we need a little bit more. It needs to produce a little bit more so we make money, even though the fertilizer is a little cheaper. And that's the challenge of farming. Prices go up and down, cost of fertilizer, cost of seed, cost of everything goes up and down, so it's a little unpredictable. And that's why everybody talks about sports betting being a gamble. I'm like, we don't need to sports bet. We gamble every stinking year. And that green carpet out there, it's a little bit of a gamble. You just never know what it's gonna do and what it's gonna look like. Upload the prescription for this field, so I have to go into the setup. So we'll do the setup, we'll set all this stuff up. So we change the field, it loads the field data. It is pretty fascinating. It's talking to the, just got like a cell connection like your cell phone does. All of that is correct. 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 Now we import the prescription. Lake Place. It's in here somewhere. Lake Place South. Product type. Fertilizer by volume. Rate in units, gallons per acre, and then it should load. So that's pretty cool. You can see this colorful map. That's all the different rates. So the green is the highest rate, the yellow is going to be the second highest rate, the orange is the lowest rate. So I believe orange, like you can see the maximum and minimums all over the place. See the list of those. So then you accept it, We continue our setup. Everything else is correct. You see the map where we are. It's got the lines already picked out, our tracking. And accept. And we are ready to rock and roll. I actually set all that up on a computer, made the maps, all that kind of stuff, and it sends it over a cell signal to the machine. And now the machine, as we go through the field, it's going to put different rates of fertilizer on, depending on both yield map, kind of I used a yield map, but also a soil map to make the grid where it's going to give. So we have good soil and high yields, you'll need more fertilizer. That's kind of the theory behind it. It actually saves fertilizer because in your lower producing soils, there's no reason to put out so much fertilizer, where the wheat can only make about, 55 or 60 in those spots is probably top end. Whereas we have other spots in this field, if it gets adequate moisture, 80 or 90 is really possible, maybe even 100 if you had enough fertilizer. So that's what this new system is going to help us do. And so it's great technology. It saves and puts the fertilizer in the right places so that we're not overutilizing it. Just like that, we're done for the day. Folding up, done. We did 200 acres today. We'll probably keep moving over the next few days, and we'll finish up the wheat top dress. I don't know, I might video that, might not. It's kind of the same thing. It's all the same thing. It's sprayers driving in fields. Don't want to bore people unless something really exciting happens. But we're going to be getting into, we'll probably put some fertilizer on some corn ground next week. And we've got some lime and fertilizer that we're going to have to incorporate in, just like last year. We're pretty much no-till, but when we put a bunch of lime on, we do sometimes use some light tillage, and that's what we're going to do on a few fields. So I've got that cooking, getting the planter ready to go. And we'll be planting corn before you know it, starting the year all over again. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for the interest. I appreciate the people who said they missed the videos. And there just wasn't that much to video. So I'm going to fire them back up. Hopefully try to post something every couple weeks at least here through the growing season and as we're working. So you can kind of keep up and see how it's going. And what we're praying is this wheat, by June, is amazing, because last year's wheat harvest was so disappointing. We have a lot more hope, lots of moisture over the winter, so this wheat ought to look really good, getting the fertilizer on in time. So hopefully looking for a really good year. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, ask questions in the comments, whatever, and we'll see you next time.